Well, welcome everybody to the Highline Racing League. This is the Highline Truck Series here at Nashville SuperSpeedway. Here in the heart of the Music City, we get ready to go green. And what an exciting race we have here stacked up for tonight. A lot of these guys are coming in on a charge. It's going to be interesting. The pace car going to make its eventual move down pit road as we get ready to go green here from Nashville SuperSpeedway. Pulling up to the Geico restart zone. And we are going to be green from Nashville SuperSpeedway. And trouble already there in the second half of the pack. The 3 truck hits the outside wall. He now shuffles back. Now we have Austin Bloom, who goes from second all the way back to 4th as he has the 2 up front to contend with. Now moving back 3 up further in the field, Terry Brooks versus Dylan Wedgwood there in the 23 machine, as we got another battle here as well. The 87 of Tyler J. Snyder tries to make up positions as well, and there goes the 23 loose and into the outside wall. He will not save it as he will go back in the field. Scrapes the outside wall. We have people going by on the grass, and no caution is called. Dylan Poteet out front right now, as the rest of this field is trying to get ready. As we get ready into the slow groove of things here in Nashville. Things aren't starting so slow right now, as we've got a lot of battles on track as well. Ryan Potter, after missing last week due to a penalty, now finds himself back up here in the field here for tonight's race here at Nashville SuperSpeedway. Dover, if you couldn't catch it last week, was a fuel mileage race. And the same thing applies here from Nashville. 65 laps. If my calculations are correct, the fuel run about 62. And we saw Roberto Ramirez have an absolute stellar run on his charge all the way back up to that lead pack and all the way to the lead to secure the win in last week's affair there at Dover. Could we see the same thing again? Some interesting points for tonight's race. Ty Smith is off to what might be one of the hottest starts in Highline Racing League. Can we see that continue on here tonight? Like mentioned, clean race last week at Dover. Do we see another clean race tonight? Only time will tell. And so far, we've seen a lot of these guys get shuffled up and hit the wall, so maybe not. We may see a bit more of a recce race. We'll see how that goes. Once again, the fuel estimate is about 62 laps on a full tank of gas, and the race is 65 laps. Do we see someone outstretch the lead, as Roberto Ramirez did last week? Speaking of him, we won't see him throughout the rest of the Truck Series season due to Highline Racing League cherry-picking rules. If you're not sure what that is, it's very similar to the NASCAR bushwhacking. You know, as people from the higher series in Highline drop down and race in the lower series. Now, unfortunately, you know, that may seem as a bit harder competition, but that gives some of these guys who may be ready to punch above their weight class a chance to do so. Get some of the higher proposition in the field, get some of the people who are in the higher series down into the lower series, and see, you know, maybe can they shake about, and can they put up a test to people in the higher series. And, you know, normal Nashville SuperSpeedway activities going to be interesting here because we have a little bit of a different D-shaped oval and a concrete track. 2 concrete tracks back to back. This one very different and nowhere near the same as Dover. And we should have 2 cones tonight. And when the caution may come out, we may see this race go completely green, as no incidents so far. We could see that very well happen, but we have 2 choose cones here tonight. Well, it's been an exciting race. It's been an exciting start to the race so far. And right now, you've seen it all happen. Coming to lap 10 out of 65. And it is honestly such a great start here from Nashville SuperSpeedway. We're seeing side-by-side action throughout the course of this field. Connor Holden in the mix as well. He finds himself in that third position. Ryan Potter now battling back from his missed race. He missed after some incidents there with Daytona. And as well as that being said, these guys are doing great. Gone through so far a pack of about 5 or so cars. And all the way back here by the 9 of Tyler Rush. And so far he slides his way back. Well, it's been an exciting race so far. Been an absolutely great race to see from these guys. A lot of clean action up front. If you're just joining us now, this is Nashville SuperSpeedway, the Highline Racing League Truck Series on FTN. We're back here with the Highline Racing League here at Nashville SuperSpeedway. It's lap 22 out of 65, and it's been a great race so far. If you have missed it, please keep on joining and watch the stream as we get ready to go into lap 23. Been an exciting race out front. Dylan Poteet still leads the field and leads a ways away over the rest of this pack. Battling with lap traffic there is Ryan Hines now shuffles right behind him. He tries to go for the race lead. He'll be right behind Dylan Poteet as they come down the front stretch. Ryan Hines, the only man to stick right behind him. And he's been upcharging up this race all this way. And at 25 of Ryan Hines wants this race win really badly. He's been able to have a couple good runs so far, but can he make the move stick? And can he make the move work? And at this point, you wonder how many of these people are going to try and save and make it to the end. The gaps are getting pretty big here. And right now, the closest one on track, number 3 of Austin Bloom, as he tries to go to the outside of Dylan Wedgwood. Doesn't look like it's going to work. The proverbial door is slammed on the number 3 car. As now that gap widens once again. This pack is sort of the gap. Dylan Wedgwood, that leader, about 2.2 seconds behind our front two right here. Ryan Hines and Dylan Poteet. As they go side by side trying to deal with the 12. That is a lap car. That's a lap car of Cody Buzzard. As now things are getting dicey. As the 12 truck is really trying to hold on here. Could this be slowing down the charge of our second place driver, Ryan Hines, as he finally gets back by that 12 again? But these two up front have been up front almost the whole race. These two, Dylan Poteet over Ryan Hines. It's been a great battle so far as the lap car hits the wall at the exit of 4. These two will cross the start-finish line. We've seen Ryan Hines before, and we've seen him go up to the field. Who we have seen consistently at the front is Dylan Poteet. Ran up front all throughout the Daytona race, our season opener, and ran good at Dover last week. And, you know, running good here in the lead, has led every lap so far. Took that lead on lap 1 after a shakeup of the top 5. Coming off a turn before the lap car, and the 12 truck hits the wall again. Right now, he'll try and slide again. Unfortunate for him, as he will be unable to try and face these leaders again. But, you know, you have to wonder, are these leaders really just helping each other, or does Ryan Hines want to make the move? Yes, right underneath that rear spoiler of that 31 machine as they go to exit turn number 4 to go to lap 29. And here comes a battle for that second spot. That lap truck of the 12 has really been trying to maintain and try to get his lap under green, and it doesn't look like it will happen. Ryan Hines just behind as this 12 truck is really going at it. He has not slowed down his charge or his fight as he still battles there. That second place car of Ryan Hines, and now he looks to pass the leader. Getting his lap back under green as now he'll do dues and throw blows with the leader. Ryan Hines being held up here by a set of 2 lap cars as they look to pass, and Ryan Hines gets shoved in the rear end by a lap car. As now the leaders are doing battle with the 53, and that 53 will slot up right in front of Ryan Hines. Slot now just below. Dylan Poteet comes down the block. Ryan Hines has nowhere to go as he tries to make a move and fight the lead again. Will slide up off the bottom. Just sent it in there a little too hard. Was, you know, just had slid up across the racetrack. That's Derek Fowler, the number 53 machine. Ryan Hines and Dylan Poteet lead out here in Nashville SuperSpeedway. But a good race so far. These two have been the class of the field. They've been in the league of their own, and it's been a great one to see. Ryan Hines hasn't looked to be one of people to make it a move, an aggressive move, early. He was able to sit right behind Dylan Poteet as he makes his charge through the field, and as now he finds himself second. As there is some skirmishing going on, and here comes down pit road Tyler J. Snyder. As he will end up his way down pit road, we have a person pitting, so stretching it out to the end, doesn't look like that'll be the case. And then Wedgwood out in third, all by his lonesome. That it's Austin Bloom behind him, Ryan Potter, Tyler Rush, Kenny Brooks, and Jacob Hamm. Closest battle on the racetrack still, Dylan Poteet, as Poteet misses pit road. Doesn't slow down enough, and he'll have to go around again. What a huge shakeup for the lead. Dylan Poteet misses pit road. Let's take a look at that again. Dylan Poteet doing a battle with Ryan Hines. You can see they're side by side. He goes to the high side, lets him by because he knows he's going to pit this time by. Goes down to the bottom. Doesn't look like he'll slow down enough. And as we cut to the front stretch, he has missed pit road. And he'll find himself sliding all around. Well, cutting back to the live feed, Dylan Poteet ends up down pit road. And Ryan Hines, does he make the same mistake? No, he doesn't. Dylan Wedgwood follows him in as well. Ryan Potter now doing battle with the 72 of Tyler Rush, lets him by. As that's the battle for the race lead, as these guys have not come down pit road yet. The 99 of Ryan Potter was not here last week at Dover due to a penalty he received in Daytona and was held back from racing. Now he finds himself in that second position due to the shuffle of green flag pit stops. Now he does battle with the 72. Kenny Brooks just behind as well. Jacob Hamm is about 2.1 or 2.3 seconds behind. Now they'll all have to skirmish. Ryan Potter 2/10 behind our leader Tyler Rush. Kenny Brooks in the fight as well. Looking to go to one of the first of those who pitted. Tyler J. Snyder, one of the first ones we saw come down pit road, but now he has to do battle with one we saw come a couple laps later. As he now does battle with the 25 of Ryan Hines. He'll try and slide it in. Doesn't look like it'll work. As he tries to make a move, he'll get in front of the 25 machine. If you're just joining us now, Tyler Rush in the lead of the Highline Truck Series race here at Nashville SuperSpeedway with Ryan Potter and Kenny Brooks. As now Austin Bloom looks to cut his way up through the field. Everyone who isn't in the top 6 is a lap down to the green flag pit stops. We've been green this entire race. Could we see flag to flag? Lap 40 out of 65, and the battle is just heating up. These two out front right now have had an impeccable start. Let's look back to some of those who have had a good battle so far. The man who was leading made a costly error, Dylan Poteet. Missed pit road, had to go an extra lap slow on the front stretch. He's having to make his way charge up again. But you can see his competition, who was battling with just in front of him. Ryan Hines. He had been battling with him for the lead for a solid 10 laps. And now he finds himself behind him by about a second. Tyler J. Snyder, a man who pit around the same time in the mix as well. They pass our leader of Tyler Rush. Looks to be really slow, but could he be going for the lasting strategy? Lap 42 out of 65 at about half the field. More than half has split the race up in half as they came around in pit around lap 30 or so. Not been the case of the top 4 so far. Top 4 and top 6 have not come down pit road yet. I believe Jacob Hamm is down pit road. Yes, he is. He is the only one of the top 5 to pit again so far. Out front right now, it's Tyler Rush over Ryan Potter and Kenny Brooks. As these guys have been in the class of the field so far, and it looks to me as if they're going for the longer strategy. They've been out front so far.